It may well be one of my core functions. Scan complete. Construction in progress. Activation code? We once peered into the past from the ruins of the shadows. This is what remains of the Golden City, Hyperborea.
Neuer Drip. Jetzt habe ich eine Blicke.
Now go. Arm yourselves with weapons of the spirit. Bring down the walls of the stronghold and extinguish the flaming arrows of the wicked.
Is this a gun?
Yeah,
In
bro.
the Shadow Realm, where humans cannot channel the elements, there once was one who, after much research and many attempts, found this to be the most effective means of attack. Let's go. We don't have much time. When you encounter small obstacles, you can simply clamber over them. You can slide to navigate through low, narrow tunnels.
Yeah.
Obstruction ahead. You may be able... Since elemental energy is unavailable in the Shadow Realm, ammunition is an important... For long-range targets, try using the scope to line up your shot. Many hostile units approaching. I suggest a new strategy.
The advantage! Time! Gotta recharge!
More enemies detected. Try attacking with the newly unlocked Assault. Function.
Time to catch my breath. Switch mode! Mind the rhythm! Charge! Reload! Need a refill.
Aim at the freeze mark and pull the trigger to move using the rope.
This next.
Mind the rhythm. Need a refill.
Nachladen.
Taking cover. Switch mode. Light him up.
Peak.
Some supply points
Yeah,
can restore
good
a
stuff.
small amount of stamina. Press on. You should be able to use the prime ice construct left here to cover long distances.
Börjar vattna lite shadow room. Eller man kan hitta en träningsark.
How do we get over there now?
I recommend using this grappling gun. Such devices work if you detach the
Hey?
Use this as one awesome. Jag hittar Mustafa in alla sina.
Back in business.
Ska ner mot Kanada. Nej. Strike här. Smacks.
Nice.
Sprint at the prime ice launcher to reach high places with ease.
Nice.
Hey yo!
Reload!
Got you, man. Maybe next time.
Usable munitions detected. Frag crystal.
Granate! Ah. I saw.
Try this! Explosive!
Oh.
Nice.
The shit climber.
Frag out!
Hold on. Kan också.
Shift your center of gravity and slide down.
Grandpa, får se vad det är. Vad säger du? Och så kikar jag runt om henne.
How much longer is this gonna take?
The exit is right ahead. We are very close now. However,
It's like they're trying to keep us trapped here. That platform and the carriages are swarming with undead patootie. Guess we gotta storm through.
Ja, neue Waffe, let's go! Ah, Junge, ich finde selber
You
raus.
may find switching to assault mode makes your attacks more effective.
Ich bin gerade Abwehr, Granate! 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 Lädt der Granatenwerfer sich wieder auf? Ja. Ich hab noch nicht Munition gehabt, ich dachte, ich hätte nur rein.
Need a refill. Reload.
Ja, oh, die lange Video.
Come on, we're almost there.
Ach so. Oh.
Huh? Why is everything shaking so much?
Looks like the Shadow Realm is about to sink back down into the depths.
The exit is right here.
You mean this weird bubble thing? Wait, how exactly do we...
No time to think. We just gotta go for it. Looks like I was right. I can't believe the Shadow Realm manifested right on the railroad tracks. It's lucky we made it out.
Ah, so you have heard of...
Yeah, he came up a whole...
Make no mistake, as Alosha, the Shadow Realm can appear anywhere, not just on the railroad. I am simply advising that we take sensible precautions. Now, if you wish to further calibrate and upgrade your firearm, you may do so over there, provided you have the necessary components. Please take a moment to catch your breath while I repair the body of the train. Amongst other things, this will ensure Paimon is a little warmer while on board.
Oh, thanks, Goggles. You're a trusty train conductor. Well, maybe trusty isn't quite the right word, considering. Anyway.
Yes, of course. And just like the Eye of Grey, I am sure it will be a great asset to you in your future adventures. If not the trustiest, then it will at least get the job done.
Let's get some fresh air while the Eye of Grey fixes the train.
Ja. Geht es dir gut, Paimon?
Sure. Paimon wants to forget all about the Shadow Realm. It was so creepy in there. Stretching her legs might help take her mind off things. It's so cool. Huh? So much for repair?
My plan was to restore the train to its original appearance per my records as quickly as possible. Now that the repairs are complete, the train offers optimized performance and a significantly improved trendiness level.
Huh. Didn't know trendiness was a parameter.
According to my calculations, parameterization is the most effective way for the Eye of Grey to understand trendiness.
Hyperborea, huh? I'm sure I've heard of that in a story somewhere. What an incredible little gadget you are.
I'll keep this close.
No, yes. Achso, ich hätte noch weiterfahren können, aber wir haben mich so wohin nicht. Wir waren eben hier und hier sind diese Shadowbones oder wie? Also nebenfest. Ja, man kriegt Belohnungen, wenn das mal. Was war das? Kann uns das sein?
Is this an answer from this world?
Der war wirklich kalt. Ja, fahren wir eigentlich mal weiter. Ich finde den Skin nicht. Das ist das nur für den Modus so gemacht. Da macht den Skin jetzt. Nee, was? Wirklich hinzu kann man jetzt nicht machen. Die Musik gefällt mir. Ja.
They really had to build the railroad over a canyon, huh?
Oh.
You might want to avoid looking down if you're afraid of heights.
No, it's not that. Paimon's just praying that we don't have yet another accident. That mountain is breathtaking.
Hey, das sieht Domain das vor.
Reminds Paimon of Dragonspine.
They say this mountain's the domain of a Snegovic lord. A lot of the Snegovic retreated there to live in seclusion, so it's a pretty mysterious place. You hear all kinds of stories. Even the residents of the nearby town of Svietla Lidovka steer clear of the summit, and they make a living off of harvesting prime ice.
Na, ich bin bei das dicke nicht.
Look, Snezhnagrad's just up ahead. Here we are. Welcome to Snezhnagrad train station, the biggest transport hub in the nation.
Wow! It's so majestic! Just flying from one side to the other would probably leave Paimon out of breath!
It's built for maximum efficiency, but yes, transferring trains here can be a little tiring. In the future, you can use this train station to travel anywhere you want in Snezhnaya. For now, though, come with me. Let's get Paimon checked out. This way. There's a lift car that goes straight to Sapoliarny.
Even if I wanted to help, there's nothing I can do. Explosive news!
Look! They have really funny-looking hats! And those ones are about the same height as Paimon! But it looks like they can't fly!
Those would be Volkudlak and Domovoy. You'll also see the winged Vila and the snowborn Snegovic amongst others.
No wonder! We'd heard that Snezhnaya used to be the realm of the Fae. Paimon can really see it now.
To the left is the market of Zolny. They sell everything there. You can often find some nifty little trinkets. To the right, you'll see the Korolyevsky Theater in the distance.
Look at that! Incredible! Snezhnaya is stunning!
I've found it I'm just a small-time hunter, so Zolny is where I spend most of my time. This way will take us to Podvorier restaurant. They offer food and lodging there, so you can get settled in while I fetch the doctor.
Is that gonna be stunningly expensive too?
Yeah, I mean, there are places to stay in Zolny, but I highly doubt they'd meet your standards. Most of the stoves are out of crystal, the windows are drafty, and at night, four-legged roommates come out to play, sharpening their claws on the roof beams and floorboards.
Yep, no way. Not a chance Paimon's staying anywhere like that. Maybe we can split the cost of the room between us? Paimon still has some savings left. Fine then. Don't worry.
I'm glad to see you've perked up. If you find yourselves in the mood for some sightseeing later, there's a few places around here worth seeing. This way leads to Zapoliarny Palace, which serves as the Tsaritsa's audience chamber and also her personal quarters. The adjacent block is kind of a city in its own right. That's Glupov, headquarters of the Fatui. Inside, there's a munitions factory known as the Armory Palace, producing a constant supply of all kinds of equipment for the Fatui. A lot of important research happens there too. And over there is the Snezhnaya Vecha, where all the big shots meet regularly to make policy decisions. These places are best admired from a distance. I'm sure I don't need to explain why.
Yeah, they probably have super strict security. We're not looking for trouble right now.
The downtown area is near the center of Zapoliarny. That's where you'll find the restaurants, bookstores, and gift shops. Another place of interest is the Northland Bank, which is over this way. Oh, and I'm sure you'll want to make contact with the Adventurers Guild at some point, right? That's right here.
Ooh, speaking of adventuring, we use alchemy quite a lot. Do you know where we can find a crafting bench? Oh. We'll just have to use the...
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, that's about it.
Sounds good. Thanks for all the recommendations. It'll be good to get out of the cold wind. Paimon's starting to feel another headache coming on.
Podvorier restaurant is right this way.
Oh, no. Missed it again.
Ad Astra. Ad Astra episode.
Are you sure it has... Squall and Fury! Behold! The wind rises. Squall and Fury. The wind rises. Fundamentally speaking, there's little difference between snow and rain, yet people lavish praise only upon the former. Fate can be truly arbitrary.
Looks like you get what you pay for, huh? Paimon likes this room a lot. Yeah, much better now that we're out of the cold. Oh, thanks for taking such good care of Paimon. Honestly, she feels kind of bad for throwing a wrench in the works. If this were anywhere else, we'd be out investigating and adventuring by now. But instead, we're stuck here waiting for a doctor. You're right. No need to push ourselves too hard for no reason. A lot happened on our way into the city. Let's review what we've learned so far and try to figure out what to do next. Obviously, the million more question is, what is the Tsaritsa planning? Everything else leads back to that.
Ja, das war unsere Hauptziel, als wir nach Snezhnaya gekommen sind.
Sure was. And so far, we've learned that in addition to the 7 Gnosis, her plan also requires a ton of energy. But we won't get to see her anytime soon. Aloysia said that she went east to fight that big monster. It must be a pretty powerful one if it can blanket the whole of Snezhnaya in a snowstorm this awful.
Das ist eine der Bedrohungen, denen wir uns stellen müssen.
To be honest, what we're really lacking right now is information. The kind of information that only the higher-ups in the government would know. Not word on the street type of info. Paimon can think of a few people who might be able to help us. But...
Sie sind alle verträglich.
Right! And when we left Nocry, Sandrone specifically left a message reminding us which side we're on. So, it's unlikely they'd tell us anything confidential about the Tsaritsa's grand plan.
Es lohnt sich trotzdem zu fragen.
Yeah, fair point. Besides, that Gloopov place is right nearby. We've got nothing to lose, so it'd be a waste not to go. There's gotta be someone there willing to talk to us, right? Maybe Arlecchino or Sandrone? or possibly Tartaglia. But it's unlikely we could sweet-talk Arlecchino, let alone Sandrone. She basically told us to stay in her lane already. Yeah, the last time was all the way back in Fontaine, right? Too bad we missed him in Notcry. Apparently, he came to help out.
Hello. Is there a traveler in Paimon in there?
That's Alosha! Come in!
Hello, I'm Dr. Luneva. Alosha mentioned that one of you is feeling a little under the weather.
Wir wären dir dankbar, wenn du sie dir einmal ansehen könntest.
I see. So you're my patient today, yes? And you're Faye, I presume?
Good question. Paimon's not too sure either, but she's definitely not the same kind of Fae as the ones we saw at the train station. Is that gonna be an issue?
Not exactly. It's just, I'm used to treating human patients. Fae tend to be far more resilient than even the healthiest and most long-lived of humans. But don't worry, I do have some experience treating Fae. I've even diagnosed plenty of cats and dogs in my time. Safe to say, I have a fairly eclectic range of expertise.
It'll be fine. Paimon's basically the same as a human, right? We're no different when it comes down to it, are we?
Unser Geschmack bei Essen ist schon ein bisschen anders.
That's just because Paimon knows how to eat.
Now, please take a seat. Okay, vital signs are good. Test results are all within normal ranges. I don't think it's anything serious. More than likely, you've just caught a cold. I can give you some medicine to tide you over, but as long as you rest properly for the next couple of days, you should feel better. Make sure to keep an eye on your temperature, though. If you find yourself with a persistent low-grade fever, or if your symptoms don't improve, just contact me again.
Sounds like there's no cause for alarm.
Ja, mal sehen, wie sehen es den nächsten Tag
Thank you, Doctor.
You're very welcome. Just doing my job. I'll leave you in peace now. Time to visit my next patients.
Take care. You heard the doctor. Best you rest up here for a couple days. No sightseeing for the time being.
Dann bleibe ich hier in der Gegend.
All right, then. Guess we've got no choice. Let's just treat it as a short vacation.
I have to get back to it. If you need anything else from the doctor or me, go to the Hunter Trade Station in Zolny. The boss there knows how to reach me.
Danke für deine Hilfe. Ja, danke für Hilfe. Danke für alles.
Hey, no big deal. You saved my life in the Shadow Realm. This is the least I could do. See you around.
All right, time to find Child and see what he can tell me.
Ja, oh, der Goat Child jetzt. Damn.
It drinks 3 bottles of firewater.
Noch gar nein? Hier würde ich schon gerne hin, ne?
Quick,
Die
follow me.
Hauptstadt ist schon schön, aber die außerhalb, na. 300 Meter. 200. Da fahre ich mit dem Telefon vorne.
Too slow. Quit following me.
Ja, oh mein Gott, der ist. Nee.
Behold!
ja, ich wollte das hier noch.
The wind rises.
Wahrscheinlich wohl. Okay. Ist das nicht schräg?
Too slow.
Oh, schon woanders drauf.
Squall and fury. Behold.
Oh mein Gott, wie hoch hätte ich schaffst du ein bisschen stärker?
Squall and fury.
Weiß ich, warum es stimmt.
Behold. Quit following me.
Ja, Logic of Physics. Komm, bitte. Ja. Gehe nach der Gruppe, um den Grafen zu treffen. Ja, kein Bock mehr, das Cycle.
Too slow. Squall and fury. Quit following me.
Hold on. Please display your invitation letter or permit. Glupov does not accept meeting requests without a prior appointment. You'll have to apply per the advertised booking process and wait until your invitation letter is issued. Might I ask who you're hoping to visit? Another one who thinks the rules don't apply to them. I don't understand why people think they can just talk their way in here. You don't just show up and land a meeting with a harbinger. But I have to go through the motions for protocol's sake. Honestly, it's such a waste of time asking when I already know what the answer's gonna be. Wait a moment. I'll pass on your message. If Child is unavailable, you'll have to go through the proper procedure. Lord Child is a busy man, even if you two are old friends. Next time, stick to the rules. You'll make... Greetings, Lady Marionette.
I'll take care of our guest here. It's his first time in Snezhnaya, so it's no surprise that he doesn't know the rules yet. I trust no choice words have been exchanged.
Sent
No
around.
misunderstandings I should be aware of.
No, Lady Marionette. No incidents to report. Whew. That was a close call. Good thing I played it cool.
Is that right? Good to know. Wait, where's Paimon?
Sie ist ein bisschen
Under the weather? That's hard to imagine. She's always buzzing with energy. I take it she's still adapting to the climate. Happens to a lot of people. It's even colder here than in Nodcry. Has she seen a doctor? I can get you one if you need.
Ein Arzt hat sich Primer schon angesehen. Sie sagt, es sei nicht so ernst.
All right then. Well, let me know if you run into any other problems.
Bist du extra hergekommen, um mich zu sehen?
Why else? I was just about to sit down for some much-needed tea time when I heard that an old friend of Tartaglia's had shown up outside. No appointment, nothing. And, as obnoxious as it may be to show up uninvited at Glupov, I couldn't help but take pity on the poor soul who was waiting outside in vain. So I had no choice but to abandon my freshly brewed piping hot tea and come to see this mystery guest for myself. Well, I felt our time working together in Nodcry warranted some courtesy. I couldn't exactly let you freeze to death out here in the wind. Unfortunately, I can't invite you inside either. The rules of Glupov wouldn't allow it, and as a harbinger, I have to lead by example. On the plus side, Snezhnograd actually has some class, unlike Nasha Town. Torchlight Books has a very nice selection of teas and cakes, so we can catch up there. Your treat, of course.
Warum das denn?
Because I already wasted one perfectly good cup of tea today. That's why.
Too slow. The wind rises.
I've ordered for the both of us. No objections, I assume. I'm sure you trust my taste.
Kein Problem.
Okay, let's get down to business. I'm guessing you don't actually have any urgent business with Tartaglia, per se. You just want information, right?
Was treibt ihr in letzter Zeit so?
Wanna take a guess?
Habt ihr schon wieder Streit angefangen?
Of course you'd say that. You shouldn't underestimate Counselor Tartaglia, you know. That's right. I'm sure you've heard of the Snezhnograd Vecha by now. Well, he's busy preparing some paperwork for their next meeting. They'll be discussing another extension to Project Stuzha. It's basically all anyone cares about in the Vecha these days.
Tartagia, ein Rat mit mir tut mir leid. Es ist nur ein bisschen schwierig, sich deswegen das vorzustellen.
Yeah, he's more of the shoot first, ask questions later sort, isn't he? It all started with a very detailed letter that Capitano left for the jester, Piero, before leaving for Natlan. In that letter, he detailed the future arrangements for his subordinates. All of his key people were reassigned to Tartaglia. I guess he'd already prepared to leave us for good all the way back then. But Piero didn't reveal the contents of the letter until the events in Natlan had concluded.
Warum Tartagia?
That was his reaction, too. Why me? With a bewildered look on his face. He'd always assumed Capitano looked down on him. He was a man who kept his thoughts to himself and barely spoke to him the whole time they'd known each other. But he occasionally brought Tartaglia along to my tea parties back in the day.
So to the rest of us, it was clear that Capitano had quite a lot of respect for his young comrade. By the rest of us, I mean my Tea Party regulars. Arlecchino, Rosaline, and... actually, not Columbina. She was probably oblivious to it. Anyway, then the Liu-S situation happened. Normally, it took a lot to get under Capitano's skin, but that time he was furious. It's not really my place to talk about it, though. You can ask Tartaglia about it sometime. Basically, Tartaglia probably had the wrong idea about Capitano all along. Right up until Piero revealed the letter he'd left behind. Capitano believed that despite Tartaglia's immaturity, he showed great potential. Plus, he possessed a kind of purity rarely seen among members of the Fatui.
Ägypten.
Yeah, it's one of the few things that I'd agree those two have in common. But there's one other reason why Capitano chose Tartaglia to assume command of his troops. He knew that after he was gone, several of the others would swoop in on his army like vultures. With the ones who stood to benefit the most being the rooster Pulcinella and Regrator Pantalone. Once they divided Capitano's troops between them, they'd be more powerful than ever. No one would be able to stop them. So, you can see why Capitano chose to hand that letter to Piero, right?
Weil der Narr das Gleichgewicht der Macht aufrichtig
Exactly.
Oh my God.
Piero also needed to back a harbinger as soon as possible. And all things considered, Tartaglia was the best choice. Even though Tartaglia has had the support of Northland Bank for a long time, he and Pantalone are ultimately not cut from the same cloth. I'd say Capitano made a good judgment call. Anyone else caught in this situation would probably feel like they'd been hung out to dry. His best course of action will be to distance himself from any shady business, while still maintaining friendly relations with Pantalone, but seeking Pulcinella's support at the same time.
Okay, bist du dir sicher, dass es in einem Ort ist, mir alles diese vertrauliche Information zu verraten?
What's the point in having a tea party if you don't spill a little tea? Besides, none of this is confidential anyway. Ask any journalist out there. They'll give you all the lurid details. You'll see it firsthand if you ever sit in on a session of the snezhnaya. All the factional strife, whether open or unspoken, it plays out for all to see in that one little room. Having a voice in the Vecha is the only way to steer policies in your favor. So, every person in that room represents a particular interest group. Pantalone, for instance, represents the financial sector, and Tartaglia represents the Fatui soldiers. Personally, I have no interest in political jousting. But since I have a number of engineers and researchers under my command, I have to make their voices heard. Then there's Pulcinella, the linchpin of the Vecha. He represents politics itself. Everything involves him, so nothing can bypass him. Any issue that comes up, he knows how to mediate. That's what the Tsaritsa values most about him.
Das erklärt einiges.
I'm starting to see... A complex web of interests connects all parties involved, and the Tsaritsa sitting at the top adds another layer of complexity. It must be nearly impossible to come up with a perfect solution.
All right, I'm done carrying this conversation. Time for you to answer a question of mine. You must have known that you can get the info you needed from me. So why was Tartaglia the first person you asked to see and not me?
Du bist doch nicht etwa eifersüchtig, oder?
Huh? Jealous? As if. Wait. Oh, I think I know what it is. Mbina passed on my message to you before you left Not Cry, right? I only meant you should be mindful of which side you're on. Is that actually why you didn't ask for me? Because you took that to heart?
Ich schätze, das ist ein Teil der... das ist zum Teil der Grund, ja.
You... fair enough. It's not your fault. I blame all these politicians I've been hanging around with lately. Always beating about the bush when they talk. I guess it must have rubbed off on me. Anyway, just ask for my help next time, okay? Little things like this are no problem.
Lady Marionette.
What now? Can't you see I'm on my break? Whatever it is, just leave it on my desk. I'll look at it later.
Sorry to disturb you during your break, ma'am, but I'm afraid it's an emergency.
Isn't it always? I've told you before. Fixing the tracks and transporting ice blocks does not constitute an emergency.
The equipment in Svietlo-Lidovka is in urgent need of maintenance. With how the weather's been recently, we suspect that the cause is a buildup of snow, exceeding the maximum weight limit. The supports on one of the machines broke and fell, awakening a dormant beast and leaving many of the ice miners trapped in a nearby ice cave. Luckily, Odette's team was nearby and launched a rescue operation, but we're still facing a severe manpower shortage for both the rescue and engineering teams.
I guess that's it then. Our tea party will have to end here. I'm the only engineer you'll need. Do you actually want to come with, or are you just saying that?
Ich schulde dir etwas für die Tee. Für den Tee. Schulde dir etwas für den Tee. Den du mir geteilt hast.
Nice of you to return the favor. I'll have a couple of people look after Paimon. They can let her know that you had to step out for a while. Given how urgent this is, I'm sure she'll understand. And honestly, I'd rather have your help than anyone else's. Between your skills and experience, you would be reliable help.
Super, klingt super, danke, es klingt nach einem Plan.
Then let's go. You, take 2 people to Pavorier restaurant. Find his room and watch it like a hawk until we get back. If anything happens to Paimon, you'll be answering to me.
Yes, Lady Marionette.
Ja, da hinten. Und zur Hölle ist mein Zug schon da.
Quit following me. Squall Fury.
Ach, schaffen es.
Behold.
Ich meinte, der wäre jetzt das Schmerz gewesen. Oh, ich hätte ja gebrochen, ja. Ist angeblich Schwachheit, aber es ist ja nur.
Too slow.
Ist das von CDR oder? Maybe hier sieht's aus. Was
Quit following me.
exaggerating. From what I've been told, most of the... Yeah, you do that while I check the rest of the equipment. I'll evacuate the people around here as I go. Meet me back here as soon as you're done.
Swollen Fury! Behold! Swollen Fury! Take it and have fun. Behold!
Ja, das will
The wind rises.
oh Gott sei Dank
Trust me, rebuild!
Swollen Fury!
Gott, das ist noch ein geschafftes Gehirn.
I have to be getting close.
Don't go any further. It's too dangerous here. There's a highly aggressive monster on the prowl. You need to leave, now.
Ich bin hier, bei dem Rettungsarbeiten zu helfen.
Ah, I see. You're the backup from Snezhnaya. Well, I'm Odette. Good to meet you.
Ah, so this is Odette. She was the first member of the Fatui on the scene.
There are 5 people trapped in the cave. Monster type is unknown, and so is its location. Let's go. Every second counts.
Digga, das Game sieht voll geil aus. Details und so, das ist ziemlich schöner. Und die schnell noch ein Charakter werden gebläst wird aussehen. Electro Traveler.
Careful. Something's moving.
Hier ist nichts.
This must be the monster's shadow. Looks like a tough opponent. Pot of death.
Yo, I'm the traveler. No, if nothing can scare me.
Stay back!
Ich komme so schnell wie möglich, wenn die Katze nicht 100 Jahre mich anguckt. Okay, so schade. Jeder Standardangriff wird, glaube ich, in dieser Welt so 1.
I see them. They're right behind the monster.
Das Ding hat
monster seems very agitated. It could attack at any moment. Let's make the first move. Together. Silhouette.
Bellowing thunder!
Walks of the snowflakes.
Oh my god. Oh, you're really a big guy.
Oh, thank you for saving us. We'd have been monster fodder otherwise.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. You should be safe now. Follow this route out. He and I will stay behind to watch the rear.
Der Weg ist frei.
Thank you. Come on, let's go. This way.
I've searched the area. Pretty sure the monster made a tactical retreat.
War das einen Unterschied?
Yeah, but with us here, it won't be coming back anytime soon. It may be small, but don't be fooled. It's a ferocious beast. People are just food in its eyes. It's lucky we got what we did. The trapped miners have been successfully evacuated. Time for us to leave.
Wait, this place. There's something unusual about it.
What is that?
I don't know.
Ich hab genau nicht hingeguckt.
It's back?
Guess it has family.
Yo, was? Let me see what the sword can do.
This way. Run! Thanks.
Angeblich, so die Statue kann Dings kann man upgraden. Oder muss ich ja weiter in der Story machen? Safe, ne? Ich das Schwert richtig shooten kann.
Everyone's accounted for. We managed to rescue them all. We also placed a sign at the entrance to the cave, warning people to stay away. You really held your own today. I still don't know your name. Don't think I've seen you before. I'll remember the name. All right then. See you around. Hello, Lady Marionette.
I hear the rescue operation was a great success. I knew I could count on you. What brings you here?
No, a Fatui mission. I happened to be nearby and heard the crash.
She hasn't introduced. If you ever hear. On top of that, she learned all.
You flatter me.
If she's Rosaline's protege...
How's progress?
Equally success. Even if the heavy. All right. Now that we're done here, it's time to get out of this blizzard. Sure. But first, that's the rough process anyway. Could take anywhere from a couple of weeks to a couple of months. Yup.
The snow is easy fuel for heating. It just feels.
Hey, quit. When did you get a new sword?
I found it in a cave. It handles pretty nicely.
You have a strange affinity for secondhand swords.
Oh mein Gott, das bringt mich dahin. Wo das bestimmt wäre. Okay, das kann lange dauern, ich sagen, ich habe.
it isn't Counselor Tartaglia, Mr. Big Shot himself.
Go easy on me, all right? I'm still recovering from the interrogation the real Big Shots put me through. Hey, comrade, it's been too long. I heard you came looking for me earlier. Nicest surprise I've had in a while. Good to see you too, Odette. I'm guessing you guys just got back from Sviatlo-Laidovka. How'd it go? Crisis averted?
It went fine.
How about you? Any new developments?
Not really. Same as ever. Growing opposition to Project Stuzha, and the usual rebuttals are starting to ring hollow. The results of the mock vote were pretty dire. Pulcinella was fuming. I've never seen the old man.
That's not good news. It takes a lot to rattle him.
Obviously, if push comes to shove, there are ways to crack down on dissent. But...
Sorry, I have to ask something. This is going to sound blunt, but may I?
Huh? Of course, fire away.
It sounds to me like everyone's tearing their hair out trying to figure out how to deal with opposition to Project Stuzha. But what exactly is this project's purpose? And how can it be so important that even people like you two refuse to stand up for the ordinary people of Snezhnaya?
Interesting. I gotta hand it to you, comrade. You sure don't mince your words.
Excuse him? What does he mean, refuse to stand up for ordinary people?
Oh my gosh. How does he dare speak to the Harbingers like that?
Are you interrogating us now?
It's okay, Sandrone. Let me explain. I think I understand where he's coming from. If I could, I'd take your side right now. In fact, my position's very similar to yours. I've only held back on casting a dissenting vote in the Vecha because the Tsaritsa would never let me get away with it. Still, I have a responsibility to the Fatui armed forces, so I do what I can to make their voices heard. Most of them are just regular folks from small towns far from the capital. I'm sure you've seen how much those kinds of places are struggling right now. Oh, and for what it's worth, I'm from Arepasak myself. Things aren't going so swell there either. The Tsaritsa wants to create a better, safer future for the people of Snezhnaya, but she's thinking long-term. I don't doubt that from where you're standing, Project Stuzha seems to be creating all sorts of issues for everyone. But considering the Tsaritsa's vision for the future, these are sacrifices worth making. I know, but I promise it's not as black and white as it seems. Maybe Sandrone and I can't oppose Project Stuzha outright, but we're constantly raising our concerns in Vecha meetings. And even though we can't put an end to it, there are plenty of other ways to make a difference. We're trying everything we can think of, and so is Pulcinella. I respect Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa, and trust her decisions. But at the end of the day, I'm still just a normal guy who cares deeply about my homeland. And my family, who all live here. There's no way I would ever abandon them.
As contentious as things can get within the Vecha, there's no selfishness or malice behind it. Everyone wants to get through this period as smoothly. The issue is that there's no way of... Most of the time, we're trying to... isn't a great look. But that is not the same thing as being blindly loyal to the Tsaritsa. No one's got their head in the sand here. We're all well aware of the way things are. We're just doing our best to make it work.
In fairness to Sandrone, she rushed to Sviatlo-Laidovka's aid the moment she heard that people were in danger. And even Tartaglia, who used to only care about the thrill of the fight, is clearly doing his best to rise to the demands of his new role as counselor.
Tut mir leid, tut mir leid. Vielleicht war meine
Hey, come on. There's only so much we can say, so don't press us too hard. Look, I know how untenable the Tsaritsa's position looks if you don't understand her motives. Maybe you've heard already, but she's currently leading her army on a campaign to the east to defeat the monster that's been causing these brutal blizzards. Striking that monster down will be a significant step in dealing with the present energy crisis. As laser-focused as she is on realizing her lifelong ambitions, she's still putting time and energy into taking down this powerful